It is Jay Morrison, aka Mr. Ask Jay, and I'm back for episode 14 of the Ask Jay show. I'm here in rural Bowie, Maryland, around cornfields and a bunch of nothing. I got Bill Shipley behind the camera. Hey Bill, say hi.
Hey guys.
So we had a meeting today at Bowie State University. Bill, pan the area real quick. I just want to show them this awesome scenery of the American heartland. And so, welcome back though for another episode of Ask Jay. We're going to start this episode, as we will from now on, with your Ask Jay motivational message. And I just want to say to everyone, yesterday we talked about having your thumb on the pulse of your business. Today, I like to go off inspiration and what I feel inspired by. And to me, it's like, I think about the fact that I'm shooting today in Bowie, Maryland, right? Tomorrow and later on today, I'll be in Baltimore, in West Baltimore, in the heart of the ghetto, in the hood. And I'll be building with some of my brothers and sisters and comrades there on the ground. Tomorrow, I'll be back in New Jersey, most likely, and I may be in Alpine, New Jersey, which is America's third richest zip code right now, between second and third. So I'm going to go from Baltimore, Maryland, one of the poorest communities and one of the poorest cities in America, all the way up to one of the richest cities in America, and do the same, and be in rural America doing the same thing. And my motivational message today for Ask Jay is be you, be yourself. That's how I'm able to do that. I'm so genuine and so authentic to me that I can go to the hood and fit in because that's the environment in which I come from, and I'm true to those roots. I can be in rural Maryland and do a Ask Jay in the middle of nowhere because I'm cool like that. I can do that. And I can go to America's richest zip code and also film an episode there because I know how to swagger, maneuver, and fit in the most affluent areas as well. But all that is by not just being myself, but paying attention as I'm maneuvering through life. So pay attention, understand how to be in different environments, be in tune with what's going on. One of my friends called me this morning from a federal penitentiary, right? So every few days at 8:30 in the morning, I'll get a call from the federal institution. They say press 5. My guy calls me, we talk for a little bit, and he said, Jay, I just want to give you this motivation. So he's in jail, federal prison, doing 12 years for a non-violent drug offense. And I believe he didn't even get caught with any drugs for a conspiracy, right? He's doing 12 years in prison. And he's like, Jay, I want you to always be aware and be alert. He's just like, I want you to live life. I see what you're doing. I'm so proud of you. But I want you to always be alert. Like, carry that with you. So I want you guys to carry that with you. Be alert. Understand your environments. Understand the environments in which you're in. And you'll be able to mix and mingle in different environments. I'm very observant. I understand the different cultures that I'm around. And I know how to move in every culture. So I want you guys to follow my steps and learn how to move in every culture as you're maneuvering through life. So that's just kind of my motivational message today. Kind of not the best one. I kind of was like, but I'm sure you'll get something out of it. So anyway, we got some great questions. I haven't seen them yet, but I know they're great because you guys wrote them in. Make sure you continue the questions by commenting or posting with the hashtag AskJ to Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I will do my best to service you and serve you as a leader, as a mentor, big bro, big homie, educator, wealth educator, and all that good stuff. So Bill, let's go. What's our first of our 5 questions? Yeah, and we are doing 5 now. I asked should we go to 3 or 5, and everybody unanimously said 5 questions, Jay. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. So 5 questions every day for 90 days. Ask Jay. Go, Bill.
All right, first one's from a Twitter from Joshua Carter LLC.
So Josh.
Mr. Morrison, what advice can you give to entrepreneurs who are struggling to get over the fears of startup?
All right, so I'm gonna walk a little closer so I'm not yelling so much. So if you're an entrepreneur and you are, you said fears of the cost of a startup?
Yes, fears of startup in general.
Okay, so fears of a startup. Well, you gotta understand that you will never have any business unless you start a business. So if you have a goal, let that goal and that passion drive you to where you wanna be. And there's gonna be risk along the way, there's gonna be hurdles along the way, but your patience and your persistence, and I wanna say, be educated on the industry in which you are going into. One thing we're going to be teaching in one of our new courses in the Jay Morrison Academy, which is our entrepreneurs course, we will be teaching entrepreneurship And a model that one of our mentors uses very well, she's actually helped coach me on my businesses, and her model is work backwards. If you're starting up, this is priceless advice right here. Then the first question I've asked Jay today. If you're starting up a business or in the middle of a business or at any stage of a business, this is what you do. You find a like business that is great in that industry. You find their model, you find their websites, you find their brochures, you find their system, and you work backwards. You copy, you mimic, you use what they've already done. You don't reinvent the wheel. If you're a new entrepreneur, you want to do a startup business, find a business that is doing well in the industry you're in and model your business after that business. It's okay. Just don't copyright and plagiarize them, but model your business after that business. So that can cut a lot of your fear and concerns once you see that's already been done and being done successfully, and now you can use their expertise, their trial and errors to your advantage. Next question, please.
All right. From Instagram at Lord Jamal 21. If a seller is currently in foreclosure and an investor steps in and helps sell the home, does the seller get a cut?
If a seller's in foreclosure, an investor comes in and buys the home out of foreclosure, does that seller get a cut?
Correct.
No, the seller must first pay the bank off what they're owed on the property. So more than likely, if they're in foreclosure, that means that they have not paid the bank their just due, their just payment, what they're owed, right? So when a seller sells that property out of foreclosure or out of a short sale, they are selling that, shortcutting the debt they owe the bank, and therefore, being that the bank has not been paid in full, the seller will then receive no profits from that transaction, unless the bank has been paid first somehow.
Our next one, Instagram, at Darius_T11. I'm 15 and a sophomore in high school. Should I go to college? Because I feel like that's wasting money I could use for real estate.
All right, so Darius is 15 years old, trying to figure out what he wants to do with his life, and should he go to college or not, doesn't want to waste money. What we have to understand is that college is not the end-all, be-all answer to your problems. I know the world has sold you on this because big businesses, big corporations, and big people that own colleges make a lot of money from this. The federal government makes a lot of money from your student loans and the interest of your student loans. What you need is a specific education. That education can be one in which you find in college. It may be one in which you find in an alternative secondary school. It may be one you find in a trade school. It may be one that you find in a specific niche of culinary arts, or you might find it getting a real estate license or learning how to real estate invest, or you might find it doing welding. You might find it in college as a business management or administration or whatever other degree, right? Being a teacher or a sports professional or a masseuse or whatever that is. So Darius, what's important is that you find out what you're passionate about and invest your money in an education that correlates and that will help push you to what you're passionate about and give you those skills. So for us, right, as the J. Morrison Academy, we're a secondary school where we teach wealth building. We teach mastering credit, business and personal credit. We teach understanding residential real estate, how to wholesale, flip, and manage properties. We also teach entrepreneurship, as I mentioned. We also will be teaching stocks and financing, how to day trade. We also will be teaching commercial real estate and how to leverage that to build a portfolio and build wealth. And we'll be teaching a wealth development course on how to have wealthy habits, the knowledge and understanding of the wealthy, and how to pursue that in life. So it's all depending on who you want to be and where you see yourself in life. Take courses and classes and focus on having an education that will support who you want to be. Don't go to college for the sake of being in college just to go work at Macy's when you're done, right, as a clerk. That's not what you want to do. Invest in an education that will support your dreams.
Our next question is from Facebook, Carlton Darville. What would you recommend for new realtors as far as paid advertisement, Zillow, Truilla, mailers, flyers, Google clicks, etc.?
All right, so if you're a new realtor and you're trying to break loose with marketing, first and foremost, before you get to paid marketing, make sure you've dominated and exercised all your free 99 social media marketing. Don't be a new realtor paying for a bunch of Trulia, Zillow, and all of these ads, but you haven't taken advantage of Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope. Use the free ads first and maximize those opportunities. And then in regards to paid advertisements, make sure you have a real paid advertisement strategy and get an expert in that field if you don't know what you're doing. But I have seen Trillo, Zulia, realtor.com work well for placing listings or for marketing yourself as an agent. So they can work. You want to have a budget for that, but don't do that first and not have supporting social media and your own website, right? So have your own website. So when they come from Trillia or Zillow, they're at least going to a web page or social media pages that represent you well. So that would be my advice to a new agent.
Finally, Jay, the last question is Facebook from Dexter Jones.
Okay.
What's your favorite quote that you live by?
If your will to succeed is strong enough, you will not fail. And that's a quote that I got from a gentleman that was my cellmate in Eastern Correctional Institution in Salisbury, Maryland. Michael Lipscomb Bay. I believe his number is 103050 was his inmate number. He and I spent 8 months in a cell together. He was 52 years old, serving a double life sentence for 2 homicides. He was locked up from the time he was 20 years old, and I met him when he was 52. And Mike told me, being mind you, an inmate looking at the rest of his life, his natural life in prison, but what he told me is that, he said, when you get out there, understand what keeps him going as a double lifer inmate, that keeps him up every day and still hustling and bustling within a prison institution, is that if your will to succeed is strong enough, you will not fail. If your will, if your burning desire inside is enough to keep you going, if that's high, you can't fail. It's when your will is depleted and hope is gone and you stopped and you've given up on life and you just become a derelict, a drug addict, a weed head, or a 9-to-5 worker who just given up on the fact of chasing real wealth or financial freedom. That's when you've lost in life. So that quote motivates me because I understand that as long as I keep going, as long as I keep pushing past the adversity, past the struggle, past the 3 felonies, past the poverty, past any of the doubters, past any of the haters, past anything comes my way, as long as Jay Morrison's will is strong enough, he will not fail. And that goes for each and every one of us. But you gotta have the willpower, you gotta have the drive, you gotta have the burning inside of you to get your butt up at 6, to stay up till 2, to maximize your whole day, turn the damn reality TV off, turn the football game off, read a book, educate yourself, like push yourself, push this friend out the way because he's no good for you, push this girlfriend out the way because she's no good for you. Do everything that benefits your life and take your life serious, and all that ties into will. Because if you really wanted it bad enough, you wouldn't let people, places, or things that are negative towards your success, you wouldn't let them in your fear, your sphere. You'd remove them. So have that will, have that burning desire, have that commitment to success, and you will not fail. So that is our 5 questions today. As Jay, make sure you subscribe. If you watch this and you didn't hit the subscribe button, you're not already a subscriber, you playing me, but more or less you playing yourself. I'm gonna give you all this good information. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you share it on Facebook. Comment below. Say something cool. Say something nice. Say you hate me if you hate me. Like the video or don't like. You could be one of the few people that don't like these videos. We get like a bunch of likes and no dislikes, but we always get the one person who just wants to be cool. So whatever floats your boat, but make sure you take action. And for those of you who want my one-on-one coaching, who want coaching from my team in regards to business development or real estate investing, building wealth, go to jmorrison.net. You can apply for our coaching. Make sure you're on our, we have a free webinar on jmorrison.net as well, Real Estate A through Z. For those of you who don't understand real estate, watch the webinar, hour and 40 minutes. It'll break the whole real estate down for you. Free webinar, right, at jmorrison.net. And for those of you who want to be involved in one of our wealth building courses coming out in the Jay Morrison Academy this winter, please go to jmorrisonacademy.com and get on the email list, and we'll see you there. So take action, love yourself, love someone else. I'm Jay Morrison, leading by example, YMC, new role models, all that good stuff, and we out. Peace.